Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this interview series. Today, I'm interviewing someone who's so special to us. This is Monica. Monica has been with us in Synchroshakti Academy since 2019, and she's taken all of our courses and she's seen some really beautiful results. Today, I want to welcome Monica, but also I want her to share with you not only all the things she achieved, but also the step by step. What was the process that she did so you guys at home can do it as well. Welcome, Monica. Thanks for being here.
Hello, hi, hello all. I'm so excited to be here. This is the first time ever, so I'm so excited.
This is your first time ever coming on video in front of all
Yes,
these people.
yes.
Okay, so let's thank Monica in the comments for going out of her comfort zone just to share with you guys all the things that you guys can use in your life to better your life. So thanks, Monica, for being here and doing all of these things. So let's jump in to the
Thank you.
first
Thank you so much.
question. The first question is, what were these results that you have experienced in your life?
So to begin with, I have to first tell you that I'm just like everybody else. I have a normal childhood, and but growing up, I always have this question of why am I not happy in life despite having everything in life. I have always questioned myself, what is that one thing that's actually not giving me happiness, or what is that one thing out there where people are leaving everything, like Buddha and a lot of other monks. They are leaving everything and going up there to Himalayas or to wherever to find the happiness. I don't know why I got this, but right from childhood, this is one question that always is inside me. So that question has led me to the path of spirituality. And so ever since I've started searching upon what are the things that I can look up. Even I don't have a clarity of questions also. Back in the day, I only know that I'm not happy. I'm not like at peace. That's the only thing that I know. So I've started finding questions. Like we all know, God is up there. Like everybody says that God is somewhere in the sky and wherever. So I started looking up there because I've started asking questions to people around me, but everybody unfortunately are relating or connecting the peace with external success, be it money, be it name, fame, or whatever. But I, somewhere deep down, it said that no, this is not the right answer that I'm looking for, or this is not my path. So I've started asking questions by looking up in the sky, and then as everything started falling in place. Like the right books started coming my way, the right coaches started coming my way, and everything happened. That's when I landed upon a video of yours exactly on Ho'oponopono. I don't remember if it's exactly in 2018 or 19, but ever since I have subscribed after that first very video, because I connected with that, with maybe you are of my age, something like that, that I got connected to, because I felt like, okay, if usually I'm from a town where people always say that grow. I mean, you would get answers to all these questions only after 60 years of age, or you should start finding asking these questions of peace and love and harmony only after you are 60 or 70 or so and so. But I felt like no, that's not the writing. And when you have come in on my YouTube page, I thought that okay, this girl's story is something similar to mine, or I might be going through the same phase. So that's when you in one of your videos you mentioned that about this video, about this book called Zero Limits by Joe Vitale, right? So that was the first time I have heard the audiobook of that, and I don't know what happened, but something inside me so strongly said that this is something that I have to hold on to experience peace in my life. And I've started my journey ever since. And don't ask me about how many success stories that I have, because they are literally infinite. Also, I'm a member of I have learned a lot of techniques like Reiki, Vipassana, and a lot of other stuff as well. So yeah, pretty much that's how I am drawn into this whole spiritual world, or leading a conscious life. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So what all happened now? I have to ask about the infinite success stories. What are the ones that pop up the most for you?
Yes. So okay. back in the day, maybe like 7 8 years back, I went to the doctors, and the doctor said that I am suffering from this thing called cervical spondylosis. Okay, so and they said that there is no cure for it, and I was put on like heavy medication. I used to take like 6 7 8 pills per day for like continuous 6 months, and after that they have reduced my pill number of pills to 4. Okay, so I accepted it because I don't know any other way of living, right? So I accepted what doctors, and I've said that okay, it's not, it would never go. So till my last breath it will be with me. Okay, and then what I did, I have started back in the day, I've started initially with Reiki, and that worked fantastically for me. And after that, I have come into Ho'oponopono and also the LIF course. The I think the mother of all courses is what I want to say about LIF course.
So I just want them to know, when people in interviews say LIF course on YouTube, people may not know what we're talking about. So this is from Synchroshakti Academy, and she's a mother of all courses. We had today a girl who sent us a voice note saying MMMC was a mother of all courses. So the course that calls you is the course that calls you. So you sat with the pain using pain body meditation. Is that where you were going?
Yes. I still remember. I do have the strip of tablets that doctor has given me, and he asked me, whenever you get the pain, have this tablet. Okay, I sustained with that only. And later, when I still remember, on one day I've just got this thing in my mind saying that don't have tablets, don't take tablets anymore for this particular issue. Instead, heal with whatever the wisdom that you have acquired till now. Okay, so what I did, I just take that strip and threw it in my dustbin. I said to myself that I will not be having this tablet ever again in my life. Then after like 4 months or 3 months or 4 months, whatever, I got the pain, and I've decided that let me heal it now. First, I tried with Ho'oponopono. I did it with Ho'oponopono, and in like 30 minutes to 1 hour, I guess it's healed. And I can say that people who usually suffer from cervical spondylosis, they must be knowing the intensity of the pain, and it longs for like I think 3 to 4 days. Yeah, but I've cleared it in like half an hour, 1 hour, and that night I don't even remember that I got this pain. Okay, it was like that. And then I knew that Ho'oponopono helps me in healing my pain, whatever. And then next time I have given a try with pain body meditation. Yes, I have done pain body meditation, and it also worked wonders for me. Like every time I used to feel so good that I'm surprising myself. My own wisdom that is inside me, it's surprising me always by healing me completely. Because I have gone through a phase where I tried to let go of the pain just normally, even before I got into all these techniques and all. I try to let go of the pain, or I try to release the pain, but nothing works because that was so intense. It hits like arms or legs or something like that. So it takes its time for sure, but I think the best part of the Ho'oponopono or pain body meditation is that it works with the cells in the body. Yeah. Right, and also the mind. So I think that's how it worked fantastically for me. And one more success story that's really an incredible success story. So we have like we have houses where we give to the tenants. Okay. So there were like one or two of our homes that are not going, like that are not being occupied by tenants. So it's been quite a long time. It's been like almost an year and a half. Still nobody is coming, despite my father made sure that all the facilities are fantastic, like literally. But still that's not going out. So I once remember I have a couple of people our house help are cleaning that place because it's been so long and all become dusty and all. So I have gone there, and I was walking to every single room and was doing Ho'oponopono in every single room. I've just told that what all I have done, I'll tell you in a while. But I've just done the Ho'oponopono in the entire home, include kitchen, bedrooms, hall, and everything, every single thing. I was doing for like maybe 20 to 30 minutes, and then I've come out. Exactly after 24 hours, people started coming to see that house. Exactly in 24 hours. Literally, I was not shocked by the time. I already knew how these things work, but I felt so thrilled at that time. I felt so happy, and in less than a week, people have come into the home. And later what I did was I've kind of imbibed the energies into all the homes, all our homes, so that each home is always occupied by like positive, amazing people. That's more important,
Wow,
right?
wow. So it's
So
not just that you got tenants into the house, you got beautiful spirit people into the house.
exactly,
That's wonderful.
exactly. Other success stories are something like, okay, recently I have a little disturbance with one of my family members. So it was very hurtful for me. I was badly hurt. So I couldn't forgive, maybe because I have taken the person into my heart. Okay, so I couldn't forgive because it is something related to money. Okay, so I cried for a day because I felt a lot. When we are in a victim mode, we feel a lot. We feel like cheated, we feel this, we feel that, and blah blah blah, right? I cried for one day. I've just become I've just become a victim. Didn't think. And later I have immediately taken charge. So what I did was I cried with consciousness. I cried for like 1 hour, 2 hours, so complete with absolute consciousness. And then I have written what all I want to write.
Hmm.
Our burning bowl technique. So
Burning
I've
hole, yeah.
written what are the thoughts that are coming, be it even the nastiest thought I have written on that. I know I don't mean that exactly, but I
Yeah,
have
but
written.
you're getting it out of your system. You're getting all that energy, the anger
Exactly.
out, yeah.
Exactly. I have written everything out and then did burning ball and then did Ho'oponopono loudly. No one was there in my home at that moment. So I did Ho'oponopono so loudly. In maybe like half an hour to 1 hour, I could see, as if I could feel that a big mountain has been taken away from me.
Hmm.
From that next day, I have started doing Ho'oponopono whenever I think about the situation or the person or whatever. I start
Hmm.
again did Ho'oponopono. I think hardly in like 2 to 3 days the issue was absolutely resolved, and I don't even have any sort of a whatever, any non-blissful feelings toward the person or towards the situation. I was
Hmm.
so relieved. I can't tell you, Kartika. I was so relieved. I kept on thanking Divine like maybe 1,000, 2,000 times.
Like how? Like thank you. So you first healed yourself, came to peace, and then the situation changed.
Yes.
That is okay. I need to plug in something here. On the 18th, we had this webinar. You were there at that webinar. Do you remember One-on-One Days to a Perfect Life? We are
Wow.
talking about this. I can see her face. We are talking about how healing yourself, coming to peace about any situation, deeply coming to peace about any situation or person within yourself, create space for the divine to sort out that situation in divine and perfect ways, in ways that you can't even imagine. Sometimes it's mind blowing. So if that is something that's interesting to you, how you can heal all areas of your life, impact all areas of your life by healing yourself, please come. We're having this webinar again on 25th of September. This is called How to Build a Perfect Life in One-on-One Days. 90 minutes. Please register because we're talking about all of these pillars of a perfect life, pillars of an imperfect life, how to undo all of that, all of the healing stuff and manifestation mix in that webinar. So please come register for the webinar. Can you please tell them what you felt about the webinar, because I know you were there on that day.
I'm there not just for this webinar, but for all the webinars that you have conducted earlier, because I know for a fact that usually webinars are something that you go into the webinar and then you come out with lots of questions.
Yeah.
That's something usually that disappoints me. You to attend any sort of a webinar, but when it comes to your webinar, when it comes to Synchroshakti's webinar, what I have noticed is you come up with some questions, obviously, and you answer as many questions as possible in just that free session, free 90 minutes, whatever the session that you take. You answer as many questions as possible. At the same time, you would show the path, like how people can improve themselves eventually. So that's something that I appreciate a lot about you, Kartika, because when we come out of the webinar, it's like, okay, so now I know what to do, I know how to do. That's extremely important. So I want to tell each and every person who is watching this, um, attend this webinar. Just attend the webinar, and also the guided surrender meditation. It was like, I still remember, I felt so good after that, and I can't express, certain things cannot be expressed, and I chose not to express that much.
Okay, fabulous. So yes, there is a surrender guided meditation. Actually, when I was doing on the 18th, when I was doing the surrender guided meditation, I was trying to simulate an experience that I had had personally in my meditation, and I wanted people to find that space, that surrendered space that I found in my meditation. So those who were able to connect with that day, we had in our feedback form, we had a lot of people who mentioned that meditation. So if surrender is a problem for you, come, I'm going to get you into that state, practically guide you into it. In the webinar, it's free, it's 90 minutes, but let's just say 2 hours, because my webinar goes on for 2 hours
Yeah.
or so. So come register. Monica has given her approval. So, Monica, let's now go for the techniques. What was the exact? So, you mentioned pain body meditation, you
Mhm.
mentioned Ho'oponopono, you mentioned Ho'oponoponoing the house. Can you walk us through what exactly you did?
Yes. So usually what I do is whenever I sense that something is bothering inside me, first I'll stop myself from criticizing or pointing out someone else other
Yeah.
than myself, my own
Mm.
self. So I'll
Mhm.
just sit and I'll just thinking, what is this particular situation or the person or whatever that is causing inside me? I would just sit down and I would immediately I can figure out some part of my body is responding to the non blissful feeling or emotion that I'm going through. So now I would sit silently and firstly I might be crying, I might not be crying, whatever the situation I am in, but I would sit and do this Ho'oponopono. Also, not necessarily that you should always sit, you can either do it while traveling or while doing anything, but just saying some intense pain requires sitting and doing. So I would just sit and I would say, I love you, divine. I'm sorry for whatever that is inside me that is causing this pain, conflict, or suffering
Mm.
between me and any person, or between the entire situation in any particular situation. And then please forgive me for knowingly or unknowingly attracting this into me. I am releasing it now. Thank you for healing me. So
Yes.
every statement has its power. I request everyone to not just say the statements. Instead, just say it with like absolute feeling of getting healed, and also absolute feeling of getting that pain released from your body. So
Mhm.
I would always say, I love you, divine. I'm sorry. Sometimes I would just say, I love you, divine. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And sometimes I would say, if the pain is so intense, I would say, I love you, divine. I'm sorry for whatever that is inside me that has caused this pain and suffering. Please forgive me for unconsciously attracting this into me. I'm releasing it right now. Thank you for healing me. And while saying thank you, I would literally mean it. I would literally thank. And if I
Mm.
don't feel thank you on any particular day, if I don't feel grateful because of hard external situations, I would think of what are the things that I have in my life, and then I would be thankful, like
Mm.
genuinely.
Mm.
Yeah.
Very, very clearly put out. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that step by step, guys. If you benefited from that, please thank Monica in the comment section. Let's go down to the pain body. What did you do? You learned pain body healing from the LIF course. How did
Yes.
you use that for healing your back problem or the what was it? What was the problem again? Spondylosis.
Cervical spondylosis.
Yes. Okay. Cervical
Yes.
spondylosis. What did you do with that?
Yeah. Prior to that, I want to tell one thing here. So, in 2020, I was asking the divine. Again, I look up and ask everything. So I was looking up and I was asking the divine, my dear universe or whatever, you have given me like good knowledge and everything, but I'm lacking in consistency. Can you give me one like good teacher who would walk me through every day? And you know what? There comes MMMC.
You manifested MMMC.
I literally manifested MMMC. I literally manifested LAF as well. Because MMMC, like, I don't know if any of you knew. Obviously, there'll be a couple of people who already knew what LAF is. Sorry, what MMMC is. MMMC is like a 5 a.m. session that happens from Monday to Friday and break on Saturday. It happened back in 2020. So I literally manifested that course. I registered from, I've been in MMMC from May to December. Okay, it was literally a teacher being beside me. So my prayer answered,
Yeah.
got answered, as simple as that, right? So later I manifested again LAF also. I've just manifested the money that I have to purchase the LAF course. It was wonderful. So now, what exactly I've done to heal whatever the pain, the cervical spondylosis or any other issue that I have using LAF or pain body meditation. So, um, also I have to plug in one more thing. There are so many things that I have to say about Kartika and this whole process. So I think in 2019 I read this book called Power of Now. Trust me on this, Kartika. I've stopped reading the book after third page.
That's most people.
I didn't understand a thing of it. I thought that I'm too naive to even understand this. But when I got into LIF, when you said that this is the book, content based on Power of Now book, I thought that okay, well, this might be tough. This might be whatever. But later, after going through all weeks of the course, I was like blown away, literally. And then I read the book Power of Now. It was like cakewalk.
A lot of people say that.
Seriously. So I understood the technique, pain body meditation technique properly. So whenever I feel the pain, again, I don't throw the pain externally onto the external person or to the external circumstances. I would just accept that I am the sole reason for this pain, be it caused by someone else. I don't mind, but I'm alive. That means I have certain role in it to for this entire problem, right? So I've taken the responsibility. I sit again with the pain. I would just observe where exactly in my body I can sense this pain. Because, like you always say, and I have experienced it in my life as well, that whenever we are hurt emotionally, some part of our physical body also relates to that or connects with that. So we can absolutely feel that emotional body on our physical body as well, right? So I start observing the pain right from my head to the toe. And definitely there would be one or the other part of my body which would respond to this emotion.
Yeah.
And then I would just observe that particular sensation on my body, be it pain, be it uncomfortableness, be it itching, whatever the sensation might be. I would not judge the sensation. I would just observe that sensation and ask it to come more and more. And I would observe it. And meanwhile, obviously, we have monkey mind, so our thoughts go, they wander, they get identified with the pain that is caused to us, and we in between blame others, blah blah blah, everything happens. But again, don't judge yourself for your wandering mind. Come back again and then observe that pain continuously to until you experience peace. I would do it until I experience peace, or until I feel the pain has the intensity is reduced. And if I feel the next day that I need to work on this, again I would come the next day, and again I would come the next day. It was as simple as that. I would come to the same technique to how many to how many times I feel the need to do it. So yeah, that's how exactly I do PBM, the epic pain body meditation.
Fabulous. Epic. Awesome. That is good. And I liked how you also mentioned that there will be points in your pain body meditation where you're not, you go into a victim state and you start blaming and you start shouting at the mirror. But if you shout at a mirror, you'll see a shouting face back at you. So but might as well come and change who's standing in front of the mirror and sit with that. I personally also want to share here that it's not us who are doing the healing, it's us who are showing up for the healing. By sitting present with that part of the body, the consciousness that is moving in our body is the one that dissolves the emotions, the pain, the memories that are sitting inside that part of the body. So you come to peace, which is a natural state, by being present with the pain. It's not us who are somehow magically healing. We're just there. The consciousness living in us, living in all of us, is the one that dissolves, which means it's a process of actually surrendering to the divine to release the pain. And that's another part of surrender. Right? Pain body meditation is basically forgiveness work. The more at peace you feel about, going back to what we mentioned when I was plugging the webinar, the more peace you feel about a person or a situation, the faster this person or situation can change. Then the world is a mirror of your emotions. So just showing up to sit with the pain is beautiful, and then breathing it out and dissolving it. Let's look at the Ho'oponopono of the house technique. So what did you do with the walls of the house, or however you did guide us through that?
Yes. So I have gone into the house where nobody was there. It was just helpers cleaning the house. So I've just gone to each and every room. I just said that, my dear, I don't know. I have this habit of speaking so lovingly with like houses, with plants, and with non. I mean, what do you call, not living beings? But these are, of course, living beings, but
Not
someone's,
humans.
yeah, not humans, non-humans or non-animals, something like that. So I've just gone there and I've said that, my dear home, I know there might be something that is causing you trouble, but please forgive me if I have been into I have contributed myself in the negativity or negative things that are happening in this home. Kindly forgive me. And I've just done the basic thing, and then I've started doing, I love you, my home. please forgive me for whatever that is inside me that is causing this situation or this empty vacant situation in the home. Please forgive me for unconsciously attracting this into me. Please forgive me and my family members as well if we have contributed into creating this vacant space and not the positive environment in this home. Please forgive us. Thank you. We are releasing it right now, and thank you. And while saying thank you, I visualized that this home is being filled by the tenants, and they are so happy and we are so happy. I used to visualize that continuously. I have gone from room to room. I've continuously said that I love you home, I love you my dear home, thank you for serving us. I would change the statements. It's not just the same statements. I would keep changing based on how we feel. End of the day, that's what matters, no? So I would say thank you for serving us so well. Thank you for being such a positive home for everyone that has come, that has stayed here till now. Please forgive us, forgive me, forgive my family members for whatever that has caused this trouble or the gap, the gap, okay, essentially. And then please forgive us and thank you. I love you home, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. I love you home, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. To every single room. It was, of course, people might take time initially because we have egos, we don't like to surrender. But I think we have to surrender at least to our own higher self. That is nothing but divine, right? Our own higher self. So the moment we surrender completely and just say I love you, I love you, just say I love you to by looking at the mirror, I think that it will show a lot of difference, right?
Love is a very healing force.
Exactly. It's important for us to surrender. Surrendering is like the biggest thing I've learned through the process. I have to surrender to a lot of things.
Right, because our egos may not know in the four walls of our minds either how something will happen or doesn't cannot imagine the beautiful ways in which things can unfold. I say even in the webinar, I said always pray in a way that everybody is happy, including myself. May things always work out in a way that everybody is happy, including myself. So let the how, we don't know how it will happen.
You said this recently. I've made a note of it on spot on my phone.
Yeah, because we always worry. Like yesterday, I had a client who was so racked with fear about and anxiety about an event that she was hosting, and she was so scared that people would prod into her personal life or people would do this or that, and she was like, "How do I manifest this in a way that nobody comes and prods into my personal life and I'm safe?" And I said, instead of coming from fear, how about you just affirm, see yourself at the end of the day celebrating and saying, wow, this event went off so well and I'm so happy. And then leave how that event turns out to the divine. Like I did that even with like my wedding. It was raining. It was like 8 degrees, 9 degrees, 10 degrees, 11, 12, 13 degrees. How are we going to do a wedding when it's like pouring in that kind of temperature? Nobody's dressed for it. Nobody knows what's going to happen. Venue could be completely flooded for all we know. I just imagined at the end of the day coming back saying, wow, this event happened so beautifully. I don't know how it happened, but it happened. And may it all happen in a way that makes us all happy. That was my surrender prayer, okay? Surrender prayer. May it all
That's
happen.
right. We should never attach ourselves to how it's going to happen.
Yes, because we don't know if we attach ourselves to how it cannot happen, because if you don't know how, it's like law of attraction is only one thing, how convinced you are of what you want to attract. And we keep on doing all these techniques externally, but we are not convinced ourselves. If you can convince yourself that everything is perfect, everything will work out perfectly and things work out for you, then leave it up to the divine to surprise you. See how what all can happen in your life that you could have never imagined for the four walls of your ego. So open up to something amazing happening as well. Can you tell, Monica, to the audience, what is your final piece of advice to those people who are still watching this interview?
Yes. So, firstly, I would say one thing: trust the coach. That's very, very important. And a coach like Kartika, seriously, I know her work ethic. I know because I've been working taken all the courses from almost 2018, 19. I know the dedication that she puts into every single course. Oh my God, what a level of personalization and the customization. I'm always awestruck with each course that usually launches. So I request everyone to attend the webinar and just take how many ever courses that you can possibly take from Synchroshakti, because that will truly impact your life in much positive way than you can ever imagine. That's what exactly happened with me. At least I've never imagined my life would turn out to be. It's not always that all the external situations in your life are fantastic, but how you receive them and what you are taking. Are you having that grudges or enmity or the hatredness, jealousy? Do you still have them? If you ask me, I think that I may have them, maybe because still I have a little bit of an ego unknowingly, but to a negligible level. And your LAF and MMMC and 90 Days Abundance Accelerator, all these courses have worked fantastically on me, I can say that. Also, to everyone who is watching, I would say that just drop that one thing that's holding you from being whatever you want to be. Maybe that anger on that one person, or that hatredness, that laziness, that doubt, self doubt, or whatever that's holding you. Please drop it immediately and forgive as much as possible. Forgive everybody. Of course, just understand that those people, the other people who have caused you any trouble, they have not yet reached the position of conscious living. That's all. Beyond that, I don't think there is anybody else. And do not blame anybody for your suffering. No one is responsible for your suffering. Take the charge now, this moment. Take the charge. If you feel you are not happy in any particular position of life, just think what better I can do. Just, of course, we have to be calculative in life. At the same time, take charge. I would say take charge of your life. Take charge and say that I will do despite if anybody is not agreeing or approve of your own thoughts or ideas or opinions. That's okay. They would eventually walk the same spiritual path. So, but for now, forgive them and then walk a beautiful path. And also, don't forget to attend the webinar. I'm going here again on
You're coming
20th,
again.
again on 30th. Of course, I'm coming. That's like 2 hours. So
Awesome. Super. Thank you. I mean, you were like, take charge. Guys, really take charge. You are, so many people are still stuck in impossibility. It's not possible. So I had a lady who emailed me, she is contemplating suicide, and she's like, there's no way in hell I can change, I can heal, I can go for my dreams. I cannot. So suicide is the next best option. And I said, I told her, check this book out, because I'm reading this beautiful book called The Journey. I told her, check out this book, and she's like, I read the case studies, but none of them represented me, so I don't believe in it anymore. I stopped reading it. I don't want to. And anybody here who's still sticking to that, I know it feels like it's the best escape, but the amount of possibility inside of your body to heal, inside of your mind to change who you are, inside of the pure divine power that lives inside of you to actualize in your life, to have the highest destiny, is unparalleled. Just because you didn't see it in one book doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Please trust that there's a divinity in you that can reach major heights as far as you can imagine. You can.
I would say just ask. If you are unaware of wherever you are, if you are unaware about anything, any book that you want to read or whatever that is, just ask it out. Say that, divine, can you please guide me on this path? I would do that all the time. Whenever I feel stuck, I would just leave everything to the divine. I don't know how many people believes in such high, supreme power, but at least for your own self, just believe that our own self is there, like highest self. So just ask. At least open up and ask. I would always believe, and that has given me like amazing results always.
Fabulous. Thank you so
And I'm
much,
always
Mounika.
supporting.
Yes, you are always supported. Mounika, you've smashed this interview. You've given like so much of benefit and techniques and guidance. And guys, if you've been really inspired by what Mounika shared, please let us know in the chat, in the comment section. What did you take back from what she shared? Please thank her. Please like this video also to thank her, and share this with other people who also are lovers of Ho'oponopono and healing and grace and surrender and all of that stuff. Okay, the ease part of creation work. Please share this with them as well. And of course, plugging in the webinar 25th, 111 days to a perfect life. What exactly do you do for the next 111 days? So in the webinar, we're learning the 4 pillars of a perfect life, 7 pillars of an imperfect life, so we can undo them, and surrender meditation, and how to manifest in all areas of life. So if that is something that's exciting you, register below, and I look forward to seeing you on the 25th. And we're doing it again on the 30th. So if you're not available on the 25th, come for the one on 30th. So I'll see you guys. Thanks again, Mounika, for
Thank you
wonderful,
for having
wonderful,
me. Thank you
wonderful
for hosting
interview. Smashing it. And yes,
me
thanks
so much.
guys for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.
Bye.